yo. What is going on with the Playboy? What's going on out there in the land of YouTube? I'm in Los Angeles. I'm with my faithful little doggy. Hello, little Charlie, little bear. And I was just kind of thinking to myself, do you have time today? Because if you have time today, there's things that I think that you should get done. First, of course, starting off, hit the like button so that this video can get spread to more places, and then drop a comment down in the comment section. OTVO would be absolutely amazing. OTVO, Overturn Terry versus Ohio. So, who's got time today? Who's got time tonight? Who's got a couple of minutes? Who's got a couple of minutes? Just wondering, and that was why I asked in the title, who's got a couple of minutes? Sorry, I didn't drink that water because it was tainted. It's been in the car too long. But who's got a couple of minutes? Who's got a couple of minutes? Anybody? Put a 1 in the chat if you got a couple of minutes. Just put a 1 in the chat if you have a couple of minutes. And I want to implore you and ask you to, let's see, a lot of ones. What is going on out there? How is everybody today? Overturn Terry versus Ohio. That's what has to happen for us to truly be free in this country. So if you have a couple of minutes today, even after this live broadcast is over, I want you to set yourself up for success. I want you to have your things created properly. When I pull down my trifold right here, inside of it, I have my laminated identification with my registration. Actually, it's not true. I just got new registration, so I got my new registration in there. I haven't laminated yet, which is why I was gonna do this. I'm gonna go laminate my new registration and create a new one of these because I just got this in the mail. So I'm asking you to do the same thing for yourself. Someone asked me, I didn't see your arrest. If you want me to see your video, send it to Delete Lawz Clips. Send it to DeleteLawzClips@gmail.com. DLZ Clips, give him your email address. So this is what I want to see you guys do. You guys said you had a couple of minutes today. I started this broadcast off by asking you guys if you had a couple of minutes, because setting yourself up for success, having a laser photocopy front and back of your driver's license, having your registration and proof of insurance photocopied, and having it on a laminated card that you keep in your car is a game changer for you as a person. It'll make it so that when you're forced to interact with cops, which is almost inevitable in our country, that you are already prepared. This, I'll tell you, this is an absolute, and I don't sell this. I don't have anything I can sell you to get you to do this. I have a trifold. I want you guys to have the trifold. However, if you're not set up for success, the trifold's only the steps you take after you've been pulled over and you're prepared. I can't make you do this. I don't make a dime off you going down to the Kinko's, getting a photocopy of the front and back of your driver's license, shrinking down your registration, or getting your insurance card and getting it laminated and put together to go inside of your trifold that I've given away thousands of these for free, so that you can immediately invoke your Fifth Amendment right. If you have a couple minutes today, look, just got my registration in the mail. So I need to now go down, shrink this bad chicken up, and put it on my new laminated copy of my driver's license, insurance, and proof of registration. That's what has to happen. If you're not set up like this, why aren't you? You guys have seen me, if you're watching my channel, you guys have seen me absolutely take cops apart. You've seen me dissect these cops in front of you, right? So I didn't just go in to square up to a cop and not be prepared. When I step up to a cop to flex my rights, believe me, I know my boundaries. I know where my rights end and illegal activity begins. Same thing. When you get pulled over by the cops, you have to be prepared. You have got to have step one, your license, your registration, proof of insurance put together. Now, I give you a slip in the trifold that you buy, but we sell far more digital trifolds. Far more people get the print at home one themselves. But it doesn't work as well if you don't have the, when you say, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, right here, it starts off with, don't ask me where I'm coming from. Don't ask me where I'm going. And then, and there's a whole list of things here. And then it says here at the bottom, everything I need to provide by law is in the slip below. But if you didn't order the indestructible one that I give you a slip with, then you don't have a slip. So you're not prepared. So you're not prepared. I would never step up to a cop on the street and not be prepared. You've seen me lambaste them. I don't step up to a cop not prepared. I don't step up to a cop impaired. I don't step up to a cop without knowing my rights. This is on DeleteLawz.com with a Z. DeleteLawz.com with a Z. He's got it right there. It's $9 for the digital one, $30 for indestructible one. But I have a list of people who I sent off more free trifolds today. I sent off another batch of free trifolds today. If you got the free trifold that I sent you today, then if you don't have yourself set up for success, you're not going to be prepared when the cop pulls you over. And what do we see when people are not prepared when the cop pulls them over? What do we see? How many times do we have to see it? How many thousands and thousands and thousands of times do we have to see it? I can't really see the comments. They're all kind of jumbled up on my screen for some reason. I wish I could. But your comments are all crinkled together, and I don't know why. I don't know why. So listen, this was, I have a couple of minutes. And I was just thinking as I got in my car to go handle my business. My business has to be handled. What's my business? Making sure some jackboot thug pig can't hem me up because I don't have my new registration as a part of my get up. If I don't have my new registration on this, then the cop has an advantage over me. And then I have to start a dialogue back and forth as to why I don't have my registration on this card. Forgive me if you feel like I'm talking to you like you're my student, but I want you to understand, if you're not prepared and the cops pull you over, you're a cooked duck. You're cooked. If you are not prepared and anything is even slightly out of order in real life, if you don't have a passenger side mirror, for example, it's really not there. You don't have one. You have probable cause to be pulled over. There's a reason why the cop's pulling you over. You don't have a passenger side window. And so then when he pulls you over, you don't have your proof of insurance. It's on your phone, so you have to stop recording. And then the very next step is you're on your keister on the side of the road in torture cuffs being detained. That's the reason I had a couple of minutes. I'm taking the couple of minutes that I take my time to go get my registration plugged into my system. And I said, wait a minute, I wonder if other people actually understand how important it is to be prepared if you get stopped by the police. You can't be out of order. You got to have your stuff put together. You got to have your stuff put together. You have to, or you're cooked. Charlie, tell him. Tell him, Charlie. You got to have your stuff put together or you're cooked. Tell them, Charlie. Tell them. Tell them. I'm taking the time that I would spend for me, and I'm sharing the time that I would spend for me to go down to Kinko's to get the laminating done, so I have my package all prepared so that I don't have to talk to the cops if I get pulled over, if I don't want to. Everything I need to provide by law is right there. It says so on the slip. That's it. And now I was saying earlier, I show that I've invoked my Fifth Amendment right. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right. I've given you everything I have to give you by law. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Here you go, officer. Here's my slip with everything I got to give you by law. Absolutely everything. Registration, proof of insurance, a photocopy of my driver's license, front and back. And now I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, officer, and I show it to him like this. And then if he says anything more, I say, officer, I invoke. He says, oh, I want to see your real driver's license. Okay, officer. I'll take the time to get my real driver's license out, and I'll give it to him. I don't want to have any interaction with this guy. If he asks you what this is, you explain to him, I have a photocopy of my actual driver's license. Everything here is legal. If he wants the real thing, don't have any question, don't answer any questions. Just say, okay, cool, and give it to him. Give it to him. And then let him do what he's going to do. But you invoke your Fifth Amendment right, and you're showing the camera, and then you're showing the copper. That's it right there. That's the whole thing. That's how you do it. That's how this is. I'm telling one American to another American how not to have a back and forth with the copper who wants to arrest you. He wants to take you to a dungeon. He wants to search your car. If he asks you to get out of the car, okay, officer, turn your car off, lock your door, grab your dog, and exit the vehicle. That's it. That's it. You don't have to let him search your car. You don't have to, there's tricks to this too. Also, we've talked about this using United States versus Williams. If, for example, he says, hey, I'd like to search your car, you might want to say him, okay, sure, you can search my car. But then you want to turn that around on him and use number 10 on your trifold and say, United States versus Williams, if I can give consent, then I can revoke consent, and you revoke consent. You guys have seen me do it on video in a couple different places. If you give consent, so if I get pulled over, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right, I've given him the slip, and then he says, can I search your car as I'm getting out with my dog? And I say, sure, you can search my car. I show the camera, U.S. versus Williams. Then he starts to search my car, and I say, sorry, officer, I revoke consent. U.S. versus Williams, 2018, says that if I can give consent, I revoke consent. I take it away from you. He has to stop searching. And then right here, after revoke consent, it says, you want to use, if he says, well, I'm just going to call a drug dog to get a drug dog out here, you have the United States versus Rodriguez. He cannot extend the stop to call a drug dog out. U.S. versus Williams. He cannot extend a stop to call a drug dog out. So I'm trying to give you guys ways that you can use the legal holdings created by the court system in America to your advantage. I don't want you to talk to cops. But, I go back to this every time. The trifold that is just a series of Supreme Court cases and on-point state cases, I don't know if it's as important as this. Because just so you know, I'm rarely slip. I'm not sure if you guys know that. I rarely slip. When I was pulled over, though, in Nevada a couple months ago, when they said I ran a stoplight, I didn't have my wallet on me. I didn't have my license on me. And I gave him this. And he took it, and he asked, why is it a photocopy? I said, that's a legal photocopy, and it's even better because it's a laser copy, so it's even more clear than my actual driver's license. And he never asked me for the real driver's license. I think this is as important as having the trifold. I think that this is you being prepared. I feel like, you know, I just go back to you guys see me walk up to cops and take them on. I don't walk up to cops not prepared. I don't walk up to cops and wonder what my rights are. I don't wonder if they can solicit a trespass against me. I know they can't. That's why I followed that cop in Henderson, Nevada to the clerk. I said, do it. I'm filming you now. Do it. Solicit a trespass. I'll go to jail. You're going to arrest me? Do it. Because then my constitutional rights have been violated, and I'll sue her. I'll sue the clerk, and eventually I'll win. All of my court cases are ongoing except for Massachusetts, which we were relieved to the case to be dismissed. We tried to have it dismissed 6 months earlier when I was coming back from Colombia in November. So it's a big relief not to be fighting YouTube in court. Trust me, it's a big relief. it's a lot off my plate. It's a lot off my plate. I'm grateful. So, you know, but this, you know, you have to be set up for success. And I just wanted to, I wasn't going to take a lot of time today. I was only going to spend 10 or 15 minutes and just talk about this a little bit. But, you know, you have got to get yourself set up for success. And look, I sell a trifold. I give them away for free. I give a digital one you can print out, DeleteLawz.com with a Z, $9 digital, $30 indestructible. Free one, go through the inquiry form on Delete Lawz and we will send you one. And so it just takes a little time because we're about 100 emails behind right now on free trifolds. I'm probably not exaggerating. No, I think I showed how many emails I had, and I think I had about 40 or 50 more inquiry forms, and the bulk of those will be free trifolds. So that's fine. I'll catch up. I'm uno persona, mi amigo, Delete Lawz clips right there. Email me, Delete Lawz clips, right there. So if you need one, absolutely. But then I want Delete Lawz clips. I want them to go through the website, because going through the website really helps the numbers on the website and what I have to. It creates a traffic flow for that website, and it's worth me giving it to you for free for more traffic flow. That's why I want you to contact me through the inquiry form on the website. There's a crazy method to my madness here, but it's worth it. And it's worth it for me to get the trifold in your car no matter what, because it'll help you. If it'll help, you know what? The trifold will help you knowing Supreme Court case law and state court case laws, but I think this helps you equally because you're disoriented. And a lot of you guys, do me a favor, be honest right now. Put a 1 in the chat if your insurance is on your phone. If your insurance card or your registration is on your phone, put a 1 in the chat. Or how about this? I mean, if it's not, put a 2. How about that? If you actually have your registration, insurance, everything put together, put a 2. If it's on your phone, if your insurance card is in your phone, put a 1 in the chat. I want to see how many people have their insurance card on their phone. So you would have to stop filming the cop. So a lot of people don't have it, which is good. But I want you guys to have it set up properly. I want you guys to take the time and do it. Take the time and do it. Take the time and set it up. Your driver's license front and back. Get a laser copy. Get a laser copy. I can't see anything. I can see a couple super chats come through. Thank you, I appreciate it, but I can't. The screen's all jumbled. Let me look on my other phone so I can see if I can read some of the. I can see some of the numbers come through, but I can't. It jumbles up on me sometimes. Super frustrating. So if you got time today, then I want you to set yourself up for success. There we go. I can see the comments over here now. Oh, you're scared your car's not registered? Oh, it's on paper? You hate cops, huh? Someone said I hate cops, Chille. Listen, it's difficult to like some of those sons of guns. Free men don't need to identify, says Mikey. No. Dan Hanlon, God bless you, brother. I'm glad you're set up. That makes me super happy to hear. Super happy to hear. Super happy to hear. Right on. All right, listen, I didn't have a lot of time. I actually have to go and set up my own thing. So I'll send you guys a copy of my thing when it's done, because I'll have a new thing. I have a new thing I'm setting up right now. So I'll have a new plastic setup. Gonna update. And then since I'm in LA, I'm gonna grab a couple of the indestructible ones and have them in my car. But the thing is, if I keep indestructible trifolds in my car, I give them away. I've had about 25 trifolds go through this car and I give them away. So that's the way it is. All right, listen, I will get the flock out of here. Thank you guys so much for coming. I appreciate it. Love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow night at about 7 o'clock. DLZ clips, you can set a live for tomorrow at 7, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators.